Howdy folks, Don Bruce here. So after many months of bug testing, version changes, more bug testing, more bug creating, and more bug fixing, we're finally done and ready to release version 10 of the Minecraft Transport Simulator mod. So I thought I'd just go through some of the new features in this version, just so you can see what's changed and what you need to know, as well as all the new things you'll be getting versus version 9. Now, the first thing is actually something you're probably going to see before you even put any vehicles down, is the creative tabs. We've split them into two parts. You've got parts, and parts is parts, and you've got vehicles, which is basically everything in your content pack. Now, on the subject of content packs, we finally switched it from a zip to a jar, and it goes with your mods in your mods folder, just like any other mod. No issue there. So just plop it in there and off it'll go. This may change in the future if we find a way to integrate it with the curse launcher, but for now it's how it works. Anyway, so you might notice we actually have a new vehicle. This is the GMC Brigadier and all its little variants. So you'll find that it's in the update of the pack. Of course, they come in two different things. So anyways, so once you place the vehicle down, it's the same thing. You just right click and boom, it goes down. And easy as pie. Now, one of the requested features we had is how do I get my vehicle back? And for a long time it was you don't. In this case, we changed it. You break a vehicle, you get the vehicle back. Easy peasy. So, if you do get stuck, that's one of the ways to get your stuff back. Of course, all the little wheels and engines and everything else you have come with it. Now, there are differences in how to build vehicles as well as take them away. So now, instead of just trying to pick willy-nilly what part goes where, or perhaps if you were smart, you could always go take the manual and look through it. In the back, of course, we have what goes on what. So GMC Brigadiers, you got that. MC-172 takes pontoons, engines, seats, and crates. We're using crates now instead of chests. Just easier on the code, and it looks so much better in a reason I'll show you later. And whatever. So this will tell you what goes into vehicles. But anyway, so if you get a part that works on a vehicle, you'll notice there's holograms now. So just click the hologram, boom, it goes in. So if we wanted to, say, build this GMC right here, go in the manual, double check and see what he needs. See, he's a stake bed, so he needs bigger wheels, a seat, an engine, and some crates. So grab some bigger wheels, creative engine, give me some seats, and go grab a crate. So there we go. So obviously, wheels go under the car. Easy peasy. And so this one, of course, is a dually axle, so you're going to have a lot of wheels. Now, of course, you can drive it with just two wheels in the back, but that's not really needed. Of course, you're going to find your braking power stinks because it's a heavy vehicle, and the less wheels you have, the less the brakes work. So in general, try and have the full complement of wheels. So obviously engine, now you can see where it goes, and if you click it, now you know the engine's there because there's no more hologram. Same thing for the seats. They go there. And same thing for the crates. That's a lot of holograms. So, of course, this one here holds a whole lot of crates. It's a flatbed. It's designed to do that. And, like chests, every crate has an inventory. So now you actually have something worthwhile to transport buttloads of good around. So, let's take it out for a spin. Obviously, if we still haven't gotten car gauges out, we're working on it. But this time we were smart enough to remove them, so now you don't have weird blank gauges. Anywho, let's take care of that. So if you look at the controls here, of course we want to know what drives the car for the keyboard, because I'm using a keyboard today. I normally use a joystick, but not today. So you have your typical modification key, your camera lock that keeps you from camera moving when you're turning, turn right, turn left, gas, brake, shift up, shift down, all that good stuff. You've probably seen that with cars before. Now the one thing you'll have to notice is the shift up and shift down. Normally you use that, at least on the Scout, to go into forwards and reverse gear. However, if you look at the tooltip for the Detroit diesel engine that goes in the GMC Brigadier, it is a manual transmission with 9 gears. So, if you just leave it in the normal position when you go, you're going to be going in first gear all the time. Now, flooring the vehicle in first gear is a very bad idea, and a very good way to end up with explosive holes inside your ground. So let's not do that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is start the vehicle. Again, it's a Z key. So there we go. Nice hum of the engine. And just so I don't roll away, you can obviously hit the brake. There we are. So if you might have noticed, we've added a few fancy animations. Your doors will open whenever your vehicle's in park. There's a little parking brake here that goes. Not to mention, you have a shifter here, which depending on what gear you're in will move. So, also backup beepers, because it's a big truck, and you always want those for bigger trucks. As well as the brake here, your gas also animates depending on what your throttle setting is. So, lots of nifty little things. So, let's take this vehicle out for a spin. Yeah, there we are, first gear. Like I said, you have to shift up, otherwise bad things happen. Okay, note to self. Eyes on the road. So anyways, you can also zoom out further now. This is mainly more useful for flying, but in case you happen to be driving, it's also helpful. Try not to hit anything. So yeah, driving vehicles is pretty simple. Not too much has changed on that, at least. Of course, they are going to be a little bit better responses. As you can see, I'm not really shuffling around the cabin like I used to be, so that's another benefit. And I can't shift up anymore, so I guess it's as fast as I'm going in this thing. Also, vehicles handle slopes way better now. So you don't really have to worry about running into them and blowing up. However, if you hit a slope crooked, yeah, you're still going to have issues with that. So when you're driving a vehicle with a manual transmission and you want to slow down, you're going to want to downshift a hair. Also, who the heck parked their vehicle in the middle of the road? Probably me. Anyway, so that's pretty much at least vehicles in terms of the driving sense. Oh, come on, slow down. I do not want to take these turns too fast and run into a wall today. So there's that. Now, that in and itself is pretty nice, but it isn't really like eye candy we're known for. So let me stop a moment. I think I'm in. No, still in forwards gear. There we are, neutral. Anyways, so let me change this to nighttime. So, there we go, nighttime. Now, another one of the things we have and we showed off is brake lights, of course. We got brake lights. This one we've changed the lens flare a little bit to make it look better. Got your backup lights, of course. And where would you be without your good old-fashioned headlights? Now, as you can see, we've also done a little bit of fanciness with the lights up there on the top. You've got not those lights, which doesn't make sense why they're not coming on, but maybe we'll find out a little bit later what those are for. Oh, now I remember what those are for. Those are the turn signals. Because why the heck not? So anyways, little demonstration of all the new things. Planes didn't change too much, except they got a little bit of a code tweak. Same thing with the physics updates. It keeps you stable in this thing with all your trucks. Anyways, so you got that. Brakes are. And you have. I don't remember how the dang turn signals work. And is it turn? Ah, yeah, turn and light. That's what it is. So turn key and light key. So there you are. That's pretty much all we've changed, at least in terms of vehicles. And again, planes didn't get too much of an update. They got some physics changes. Of course, the parts changed. If you have chests in there, I would highly advise you to empty them before putting version 10 in, because obviously we have crates now, because crates look far better in the back of trucks than a whole bunch of weird chests do. So again, if you have items in chests, please be sure to take them out and replace the chests with crates. Anyways, that's about it. Not much else to show, at least in terms of fanciness. But I hope you enjoy actually having vehicles that can go up full blocks and haul stuff around. And of course, our physics system, like I said, got a better update. It's not nearly as laggy, and I think rubber banding has been knocked down a hair. But other than that, that's about it. For the moment, this is Don Bruce, signing off.